In the world of motorsports, there's always been one name that stands above the rest: Formula One. With its high-tech cars, celebrity drivers, and global following, F1 has long been the pinnacle of racing. But the sport is changing, and since 2014 there's a new player on the scene: Formula E.
Formula E.
A new car racing championship launches.
Formula E.
The world's first all-electric racing series. But why did it start, and how does it differ from F1? The story of Formula E begins 11 years ago, in a small restaurant in Paris, where three men sat down for a dinner. There were Alejandro Agag, a Spanish businessman who had previously served as a member of the EU Parliament, Antonio Tajani, former EU Commissioner for Transport, and Jean Todt, the president of FIA.
Antonio Tajani, the vice president of the European Commission at the time, kept talking about electrification, electric mobility, and the future of the industry. And at that point, Jean Todt said, we should do an electric car championship. And at that point, I said, yeah, we should definitely, and I would love to be the promoter of that.
But at that time, Formula One was not prepared to make the transition toward electric, because Formula One has to cover a minimum length of 305 kilometers. But the battery of that time was not enough for that, which means to move to electric, the game has to change. However, this was deemed impossible since the majority of car manufacturers participating in Formula One were not manufacturing electric cars at that time. So a new championship was created specifically for electric cars. And that's how Formula E was born. Alejandro Agag approached the FIA, the organization that governs Formula One, and secured an exclusive license for Formula E to organize fully electric racing. This license started in 2014 and will continue until 2039.
Why is that important? Because, for example, Formula One cannot become electric. They would be in conflict with my license.
In 2014, the first Formula E race took place in Beijing. And since then, Formula E is showcasing the potential of electric cars and promoting sustainable transport. FE and F1 share similarities: fast and sleek cars, some of the best drivers in the world, and adrenaline-pumping races. However, there are some key differences that set Formula E apart. The races are much shorter, lasting only around 45 minutes, and the electric cars are much quieter than the roaring gas guzzlers in F1. But Formula E is not just a watered-down version of F1, it has its own unique features. Attack mode is one such feature, where drivers can activate a power boost by driving through a designated zone during the race.
And there now at the inside comes Lucas Di Grassi. Now he is in attack mode, so no.
Fans can also get in on the action by voting for their favorite driver to receive an extra power boost, known as a fan boost.
And it is good news for Lucas Di Grassi.
He's on fan boost. Victor Long is on fan boost.
Using his fan boost now.
It is something that will bring motorsport forwards, and we are bringing the fans closer to us.
And then there's car swap, where drivers must switch to a fully charged second car halfway through the race. In January 2023, the 9th season of Formula E was launched, with the introduction of the new Gen 3 car. The new car features the same tire, body frame, and battery for all competitors, but the difference lies in how they will use the power. This will encourage teams to focus on the engineering and software aspects of the car, leading to more advanced and efficient electric vehicles. The Gen 3 car's battery will also feature faster speed and longer range, allowing the cars to complete a full race distance without the need for a mid-race car swap, as was the case in previous seasons. Today, Formula E has grown into a global sensation, with races held in some of the most iconic cities around the world. As we move towards a more sustainable future, Formula E continues to lead the way in promoting electric cars. And it is not that Formula E is only promoting eco-friendly racing, but also advancing the technology that powers these cars. Take, for example, the braking system. Unlike traditional cars, which use a mechanical braking system, Formula E cars rely on a new braking system called regenerative braking. This braking system converts the kinetic energy produced by the car's braking into electrical energy, which is then stored back into the car's battery. This not only saves energy but also increases the car's range. And it's not just the braking system. Formula E is also developing other technologies, such as fast charging and battery management systems, that will eventually make their way into everyday electric cars. And who knows, maybe one day you'll be driving a car with the same technology that powers these high-performance machines.
We go green in Beijing, Buenos Aires, Berlin, Monaco, in London. Nelson Piquet Jr. wins the FIA Formula E Championship. Buemi is the FIA Formula E champion of Season 2. It's victory for Lucas de Grassi. Jean-Eric Verne is the Season 4 ABB FIA Formula E champion.